Welcome to America's Game of the Week from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, for this matchup between the 6-2 San Francisco 49ers and the 6-2 Seattle Seahawks. They had a great game week number 1. They're going to face off again here as the 49ers hold a lead in the division because of that week 1 victory, 20-13 in San Francisco. The Seahawks will be kicking it away to the 49ers to start things off, which means they will be getting the football in the second half of play, as Le'Veon Duncan, the rookie returner out of FIU, is back deep. He already has 2 kick return touchdowns on the season and is just shy of 1,000 total yards on the return game. He'll field it from his own 6, and we are underway as he makes a juke and a spin. And he's going to be brought down at around the 26-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. It's going to be on Elgin Armstead of the 49ers. That's a hold. That'll set them back another 10 yards. So they start off from their own 15-yard line, and here comes Bryce Petty. Petty has had a superb season in 8 games, 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in 8 games played. 2nd and 7 from the 18-yard line. Petty's going to roll out to his left. Bryce Petty has running room. He's going to escape and is shoved out of bounds by Bobby Wagner after a gain of 21 yards on the ground. This 49ers offensive line is still in a little bit of disarray as KJ Wright tried stripping Carlos Hyde, very reminiscent of the end of that week 1 game. He almost got it there. 2nd and 8, Petty goes down. Jordan Hill and Drake Nevis both break through the line of scrimmage. Watch it one more time. A great spin move by Nevis gets to Petty. 3rd and 13 from the 36-yard line. Petty rolls out. Quick pass to Coby Fleener. And it's a fumble! KJ Wright punched it out. And Bryce Petty's going to wrap him up. Pressure in Petty's face because no Joe Staley, which means that Alex Boone has been moved over to left tackle and Wes Dorsey to left guard. And KJ Wright with his patented punch-out move strips Coby Fleener, and here comes Russell Wilson. 70%, 1,800 yards, 14 touchdowns to 7 picks on the season, and great starting field position for Seattle. 1st and 10 from the 49ers 32-yard line after the fumble. Wilson rolls out, throws to his right to Jimmy Graham, who makes the catch in front of Darius Moats for a gain of 26 yards. 1st and goal, Wilson under pressure is sacked by Ian Williams. That is a loss of about 9. 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line. Wilson's going to drop back. Feels some heat, throws, and it's picked off! Kyrie Fort with the interception. It was a little bit in front of Jimmy Graham, but Fort sat down in his zone and made a great play. And the 49ers take back over on their own 4 after the turnover. 1st and 10, and that's going to be Nevis and Hill again. Both of them getting tremendous pressure. 2nd and 14, Cliff Averill blows it up. And Carlos Hyde is stopped 5 yards into the end zone for the safety. Averill just kind of jackknifed his way through Bernie Lauderdale and Alex Boone. And Seattle's up 2-0. Play action fake following the punt. Wilson takes a hard hit, but completes it to Jimmy Graham as they're out past midfield. 2nd and 5 from the 40. Wilson going for the screen. Deflected away. That is going to be Tank Carradine. Carradine has had a really good season over there at right end. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Quick pass to Doug Baldwin, who got away from Drake Kirkpatrick. That's going to be a 1st down. 2nd and 12 from the 33. Lynch, inside draw, takes a shot from Eric Reed, but he picks up 11. 3rd and short. Very dangerous territory for the Seahawks. Evan Royster in the backfield. It's a draw to Royster, and Evan Royster picks up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal from the 3. Next play, Lynch, handoff to the inside. He bounces outside and is in. Touchdown Seahawks, it's 9-0. 49ers trying to answer back. Quick pass to Charles Johnson, who breaks 2 tackles and almost gets away from the defense. Kerry Williams stops him from getting an even bigger gain. 2nd and 20. Pass underneath to Johnson again. That's going to be a gain of 6 as Petty's 5 for 6 to start things off. Quentin Patton is still out as Derwin Taylor's in the slot. 3rd and 14. Petty pass to Taylor. Taylor has legitimate speed as he gets away from Harold Simon and is down to the 15-yard line. That's a huge first down. 1st and 10. Elgin Armstead. What a juke by Armstead to get away from the defense and pick up 10 on that carry. 2nd and inches from the 5. Empty set for the 49ers. Pass to Charles Johnson is dropped. He was on the doorstep of the goal line, but he could not get in. Bruce Miller on the fullback dive picks up the first, so they'll get 3 more chances from the 4. 1st and goal. Petty drops back, fader to Nate Hill, and there's a flag on the play. They're going to get Kerry Williams with defensive pass interference as Nate Hill got a step on him, and Williams almost got toasted on that fade. So instead, it's 1st and goal from the 1. Empty set again. Petty looks, quick pass to Bernie Lauderdale in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Covered by Earl Thomas. He makes the grab anyway, and it's 9-7. 49ers back at it. Screen to Elgin Armstead. Showing some great moves as he cuts upfield and picks up 15 yards. His legitimate quickness and agility have shown, plenty of times on the season as Elgin Armstead catches the swing route with a great juke move, breaks the ankles of Kerry Williams into Seahawks territory. 1st and 10 from the 42. Petty feels the heat, throws it to Lauderdale over the middle, who gets past Simon, and Bernie Lauderdale runs over KJ Wright. 1st and 10 from the 23. It's a counter to Hyde, who gets a block. Carlos Hyde to the outside. Carlos Hyde for the touchdown. And the 49ers take the lead on Carlos Hyde's 4th rushing touchdown of the season. 3rd and 9 from their own 25-yard line. Wilson has time, looks right, finds the rookie Corey Hampton. He beats Darius Motes on the go route, and he is gone. Darius Motes with inside leverage tried to get cute and predict a slant, and Corey Hampton, the rookie out of Oklahoma, put on the burners and got away from Motes for a huge touchdown. It's 16-14. Motes' rough season continues as Nate Hill answers right back through the teeth of the defense. 1st and 10 from the 44, handoff Hyde, and he's stuffed by everyone and their mother on the Seahawks, led by Cliff Averill. 2nd and 13 from the 41-yard line. Petty comes out in the shotgun. Drops back, quick pass to Nate Hill, who picks up about 6, setting up a 3rd and 8 from their own 47-yard line. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Petty, quick pass to Kobe Fleener, who cannot stay in bounds. Just a little bit high, and that's going to lead to a punt. 1st and 10 with 28 seconds left. Wilson up the seam to Corey Hampton again. He's wreaking havoc all over the field with some blazing speed. And they're into 49ers territory. Pass underneath to Marshawn Lynch. They're into Hauschka's range as Wilson's 9 for 16 passing, shy of 200 yards on the ballgame. 5 seconds left in the half. Wilson going to take a shot on the corner and overthrows Jermaine Kearse, leaving 1 second left on the clock. Hauschka has a shot to make it a 5-point lead. The kick is up from 52, and it is true. So we go into the half with the Seahawks up 19-14. They get the ball in the second half of play. Some miscues by the 49ers have given the Seahawks points. Who will come out on top and who will claim first place in the division? Find out right after this. Through the first half, both teams have been pretty even in terms of their yardage output. 8 yards per play for Seattle, 7.1 for the 49ers. Both teams with 1 takeaway. 1st and 10. That's going to be a read option to Marshawn Lynch, who gets away from the defense. Marshawn Lynch down the sideline, and Darius Motes chases him down. Lynch just burst through 2 defenders of the 49ers and got a huge gain out of it. Play action fake to Royster, over the middle to Hampton. It's broken up That's Dante Johnson. As Russell Wilson's 9 for 18 passing. 3rd and 1, read option to Lynch. Breaks the tackle from Ward and fights his way for the first down. They're driving. 2nd and 5, handoff Lynch, and he's going nowhere. That's Aaron Lynch with the tackle in the backfield, a loss of 2. 3rd and 7, Russell over the middle to Hampton again. Got away from Dante Johnson. That's going to be a 1st and goal from the 2, as Hampton has 3 receptions for 112 yards. And off Derek Coleman, and he dives in. Touchdown Seahawks. They're up 26-14. 2nd and 5, Petty underneath to Nate Hill. Nate Hill has running room. Out to the 30 and brought down by Earl Thomas at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, counter to Hyde. Carlos Hyde has some speed to the edge. Runs through Kerry Williams and goes out of bounds at the 13. 1st and 10 from the 13. Petty. Pass right to Derwin Taylor. And the 49ers answer right back with a strike against Richard Sherman. Sherman has been great all game, but Nate Hill and Taylor both have gotten their opportunities against him and made the most of them. 1st and 10, Tank Carradine off the stunt gets to Wilson. 3rd and 17, play action fake for Russell. 49ers in a zone defense. Wilson rolls out to his right, throws across his body, and that's complete to Jermaine Kearse. What a pass from Russell Wilson. Dre Kirkpatrick just a little bit late to react. And that's a huge 1st down, as now Evan Royster on his 2nd carry gets another 1st down. 2nd and 8, handoff Lynch. Marshawn Lynch with some moves. Picks up 7. 3rd and 1, Royster back in. Handoff Royster. He has the 1st down as Antoine Bethea and Eric Armstead stop him after a gain of 4. We're now in the 4th quarter of play. Seahawks up by 5. Wilson looks, throws to Doug Baldwin. Dre Kirkpatrick just a little bit slow to react all game long. 2nd and 3 from the 7. Handoff Lynch, who breaks the tackle from Ward, and he is in. The 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for the Seahawks, and the 2nd for Lynch. Ensuing kickoff, down by 12. Le'Veon Duncan trying to get something going. He's going to bounce to the outside. Le'Veon Duncan has some running room as he gets to the edge and almost breaks it loose out to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 2 from the 48. Off tackle handoff to Eric Armstead, and he's brought down by Shaq Richardson, the 5th corner on roster with a great penetrating tackle. 3rd and 6 from the 45. Petty on the quick slant. He'll beat Sherman, but Petty's going to take off and run with it as Bryce Petty is gang tackled out of bounds. He has 3 carries for 46 yards. 2nd and 2 from the 17. Pass over the middle, just a little late and almost picked off by KJ Wright. Petty 19 for 24 passing, 234, and 2 touchdowns. Inside handoff to Elgin Armstead, who makes some nice moves and picks up 11. 2nd and goal from the 6. 49ers trying to answer back, make it a 1-score game. Incomplete. Intended for Armstead. Bobby Wagner broke it up. 3rd and goal from the 6. Petty looks around. No one's open, and he's brought down by Drake Nevis. That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. And they're going to go for it with 9:14 left, down by 12. A field goal doesn't help them here. Out of the shotgun, Petty throws to Nate Hill, who falls, gets back up, and is tripped into the end zone. No whistles were blown, and that is a touchdown. Watch it one more time. Nate Hill falls and pops back up against Cam Chancellor's leg. He was never down by contact. That's going to go down as a questionable call for years to come, as Tyler Gordon breaks through and stops Marshawn Lynch for a loss of 4. The 49ers are down by only 5 thanks to that call, even though it looks like he might have been down by contact. Either way, it didn't work out that way, and the 49ers take back over with 6:17 left. 2nd and 3, pass to Charles Johnson is overthrown. Petty having a little bit of the yips in this 4th quarter. 3rd and 3 from the 49. Petty looks and overthrows Rashad Green by a lot. Back-to-back terrible passes by Petty, and Marquette King is going to boot it deep with 6:07 left. And it's a beauty, as that's going to go out of bounds at the 7-yard line. King has been spectacular this season. One of the best free agent pickups you can make. 1st and 10, Tank Carradine in on the tackle, a loss of 3. 2nd and 13, handoff Coleman, who gets away from Bowman, but Eric Reed cleans him up. 3rd and 9 from the 8. Wilson, scanning the field, looks, and it's almost picked off. Eric Reed could not secure it. He would have walked in for a touchdown. But Le'Veon Duncan on the return, and Shaq Richardson again. A great tackle as they're out to midfield with 4:33 left, down by 5. Petty's going to try to escape, and that's going to be a sack for Jordan Hill. A loss of 3, his 2nd of the ball game. 2nd and 13 from the 47, handoff Armstead. Elgin Armstead knifing his way through the defense out to the 39 of Seattle. That's a 1st down on the ground. 1st and 10 from the 39, Petty, play action fake. And he overthrows Charles Johnson again. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Petty has to calm down. Looks, fires to Nate Hill, who gets past Sherman. That's a 1st down. There you go, Bryce. Hill has 6 receptions for 99 yards. Play action fake. Petty's going to roll out. And Bryce Petty has running room as he dips out of bounds just shy of the 1st down marker. 2nd and 1 from the 14, handoff Hyde. Carlos Hyde gets the 1st down, so that'll wind us down to the 2-minute warning. 1st and goal from the 9, handoff Hyde. Gets a block from Miller, runs through Kerry Williams, and he is in! Touchdown 49ers with a chance to make it a 3-point game. Up by 1, Petty looks, throws, Elgin Armstead, end zone! It is complete! And the Niners are up 36-33 with 1:55 left. Seahawks have all 3 timeouts. Wilson looks right, throws for Doug Baldwin, who makes the catch over Moats and Reed. Out to the 44. 1:37 left, pass into the flat, and that's going to be broken up by Moats, intended for Marshawn Lynch. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wilson has time in the pocket, looks, fires, finds the soft spot in the zone. It's Corey Hampton again. His 4th reception of the ball game. They're going to hurry it back up. 1st and 10 from the 44. Wilson feels the heat up the seam to Curse, who makes a leaping grab over Darius Moats. Moats having a rough possession. Wilson 1st and 10 from the 20. He's going to roll out and scramble. He gets away from 2 49ers. And Moats and Tyler Gordon, the 2 rookies, stop him shy of the goal line. 57 seconds left. Wilson going to try to take off and run with it, but that's Glenn Dorsey in on the sack. A loss of 3. 2nd and goal. Wilson running left. Has room. Dre Kirkpatrick. He actually could have gotten to the end zone. But they're going to hurry it back up. 30 seconds left. All 3 timeouts. Wilson is picked off. But Jimmy Ward didn't get both feet in bounds, and they're going to review it. That could have been the ball game right there. Ward got it, but he clearly only had 1 foot in bounds, as that pass was intended for Duron Carter. Ward almost saved the game, but it's definitely going to be 4th and goal from the 3. And Steven Ashka is going to boot a field goal through to most likely send this game to overtime, barring any shenanigans by either side. The ruling on the field is upheld, so Ashka with 27 seconds left will kick it through, and we are tied. 49ers have 1 more chance if they choose to use it. They have 2 timeouts and 24 ticks left. Le'Veon Duncan wants a return from his own 6. He's going to bounce to the outside. Has running room. Le'Veon Duncan out to midfield. Into field goal range. Gets a block. Le'Veon Duncan's going to end it right now. 94 yards. And the San Francisco 49ers take a 7-point lead with 13 seconds left on the road. thanks to that return by Le'Veon Duncan and a couple great blocks by Tankaradine downfield. What a return by Duncan at the perfect time. And Russell Wilson and the Seahawks are just going to try to get some Hail Marys going to try to save some life, as that's deflected out of his hands by Darius Moats and company. Final play most likely for the Seahawks. Wilson rolls out. Rolls out again, throws across his body. Almost caught by Hampton, but the ball game is over. The 49ers knock off the Seahawks in Seattle by a final score of 43-36. What a crazy back and forth fourth quarter that started with the Seahawks holding a 12-point lead. The 49ers roared back, took the lead, gave it up, and then took it back to end it as they improved to 7-2 in an absolute thriller. They take on the Redskins next week, who sit at 1-8, and the Packers are the next foe for the Seahawks. They're a perfect 9-0. Bryce Petty, 22 for 32, 276, 3 touchdowns, 4 carries, and 55 yards on the ball game. Carlos Hyde, 10 carries, 60 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and the team was clicking on all cylinders. Defensively, they need to improve, especially in the secondary. There were some really shaky moments, including Darius Moats, who had a really poor game, probably the worst of his young career. Either way, the Redskins are their next opponents on the road, and the 49ers now hold an outright lead of first place in the NFC West. A game ahead of Seattle and 4 ahead of the Rams. The Redskins sitting dead last. They have a negative 97 point differential or so, and they're coming off a 22-point loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll be without Dwight Lowry and without Kerwin Williams, their receiving back. Either way, Robert Griffin III, Mark Sanchez, and Tim Tebow have all split time this season, so that says something about how inconsistent this team is. Looks like Robert Griffin III is healthy, but we'll see if he's going to be starting. Matt Jones and Robert Turbin, along with Kerwin Williams, seem to be splitting carries. There's just nothing consistent about this Redskins team. They're not very good, but don't take them lightly. They're still an NFL team with legitimate speed, both at quarterback, if RG3 is there, and at running back and wide receiver. They have some playmakers on that defensive line. It's Stephen Paya, Chandler Jones, Terrence Knighton. I mean, they have some good players. It's just they're not good. They're not stringing together victories, and, well, that's going to hurt them in the end. Either way, Bryce Petty sits at the season with 2,286 yards, 23 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Armstead and Hyde both around 500 yards. Hyde with 5 rushing touchdowns, Armstead with 1. Hill over 800 yards receiving on the season. And it looks like Quentin Patton might be healthy for next week's game, but there's really no need to rush him back. Same thing with Joe Staley, who is still injured, but he might be able to play through injury if need be. It doesn't seem like they're going to need him. Something that was very underrated from this ballgame. Freddie Young completely stonewalled Michael Bennett in this ballgame. Freddie Young did not even allow a pressure from Michael Bennett, if memory serves me correctly, and that is really something. Dre Kirkpatrick seems to have cooled down after 7 interceptions in his first 7 games of the season, not notching a single one in his past 2. And Darius Moats obviously had a really rough game, but they're going to have to step things up a little bit defensively. They're not going to be able to win every game with pure offense and a great kick return by Le'Veon Duncan, even though that is his 3rd kick return touchdown of the season, so they might be able to. Something worth noting, if you remember back to the draft, the 49ers traded back from their pick. They acquired the Oakland Raiders' first-round pick. The Raiders currently sit at 1-8. They are currently dead last in their division, and they're tied for the worst record in the league, with the Browns, the Colts, the Redskins, and the Cardinals. Something to look forward to. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace out, Franchise Nation.